Just this March, an AI stared at 15 years of quantum physics data and found something that left Nobel laureate Roger Penrose speechless for a full 40 minutes. What did it see? Something that, according to our current understanding of physics, just shouldn't exist. Over at MIT, scientists are calling it the most terrifying discovery in modern physics, and they're panicking. Why? Because this AI breakthrough suggests that nothing you've ever done has truly vanished. Every thought, every choice, every single moment of your life, it's all been recorded, permanently woven into the very fabric of reality itself. It seems there's a hidden law of physics buried deep within quantum mechanics that we've completely missed for over a century. A pattern so precise, so impossibly consistent, that when physicists finally saw it, they had to admit, we missed everything. This isn't just about particles or forces. This goes much deeper. It questions whether the universe has a memory, whether your consciousness is a quantum phenomenon, and whether free will is real, or just an elaborate illusion created by an information-preserving system. The implications are staggering. If this AI discovery holds up, it means those wild reality simulation theories might actually be true. The idea of a universal memory suddenly has real scientific evidence. And remember the quantum consciousness research by Roger Penrose and Stuart Hameroff? The very ideas they were once ridiculed for. The AI just proved they were on the right track all along. Consciousness explained through quantum mechanics isn't fringe science anymore. It's now the leading theory, backed by mind-blowing data, that's rewriting everything we thought we knew. But here's where it gets truly unsettling. The AI didn't just find evidence that information never disappears. It found structure, organization, as if something is actively curating the memory of reality. So, what exactly did this AI detect that human scientists couldn't see for 100 years? Why does it suggest your thoughts are recorded forever in spacetime? How does this finally validate the Penrose Hameroff theory? And if the universe really preserves all quantum information, then the biggest question of all is, who, or what, is reading it? Stick with us as we dive into the discovery that might just change humanity forever. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-bending science. A Google DeepMind AI just found something in quantum physics that shouldn't exist. Scientists at MIT are calling it the most disturbing discovery in modern physics. The legendary Roger Penrose went silent for 40 minutes when he saw the data. What this AI detected changes everything we thought we knew about reality, consciousness, and whether anything we do truly disappears. Before I reveal what it found, hit that subscribe button because what you're about to hear will make you question every single choice you've ever made. March 2024. A research team at Google DeepMind is running an AI discovery experiment. They're feeding it quantum measurement data collected over 15 years from particle accelerators worldwide. The AI's job is simple: find patterns humans missed. What it discovers in the first 6 hours makes the lead physicist call an emergency meeting at 3 a.m. The AI has detected a mathematical structure buried deep in quantum noise, a pattern so consistent, so impossibly precise, that it violates our current understanding of quantum mechanics. The pattern suggests that quantum information doesn't vanish when particles collapse. It suggests something far more terrifying: information preservation on a universal scale. Dr. Sarah Chen, the lead quantum physicist, runs the data through 18 different verification algorithms. Every single one confirms it. The pattern is real. She contacts colleagues at MIT, Stanford, and Cambridge. Within 48 hours, Roger Penrose himself is on a video call, staring at the screen with an expression no one in the room has ever seen before. He doesn't speak for 40 minutes. When he finally does, his voice is shaking. This AI breakthrough just validated a theory he's been ridiculed for decades, and the implications are absolutely The AI found hidden physics laws in what's called quantum dicoherence data. Now, when quantum particles are measured, physicists believe the information about their previous states disappeared forever. This is called quantum collapse. But this AI, smarter than any human, detected microcorrelations in the measurement records. These are correlations that shouldn't exist if information truly vanished. The pattern shows that quantum states leave an imprint, a memory trace in the very fabric of spacetime itself. Think about that. Every quantum event that ever happened might be recorded somewhere in reality's structure. Every particle interaction, every photon that ever hit your retina, every single neural firing in your brain when you made a decision. Scientists, panicking at CERN, immediately begin replication studies. They feed the AI 20 years of Large Hadron Collider data. The pattern appears again, stronger, more defined. The AI identifies the exact mathematical signature in proton collision events, particle decay sequences, and even background radiation measurements. A physicist from Cambridge posts on a private forum, "We've been staring at this data for decades and missed everything. The AI saw it in ours." The discovery gets a code name, Project Echo, because if it's true, reality itself might be one massive echo chamber that never forgets. If you're starting to feel some existential dread, drop a comment below telling me what you think this means for free will. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now because this gets so much darker. April 2024. The paper is still under embargo. but leaked fragments hit the physics community like a nuclear bomb. The implications start to crystallize. If quantum information preserves itself in spacetime, then the universe has a memory, an unbreakable, perfect record of every event that has ever occurred. Stuart Hameroff, the anesthesiologist who co-developed the controversial or-CoR theory of quantum consciousness with Penrose, gets the leaked data from a colleague. He reads it 3 times. Then he calls Penrose again. The conversation lasts for 6 hours. Because the AI didn't just find evidence of information preservation, it found the exact signature Hameroff and Penrose predicted would exist if consciousness operates at the quantum level, the very signature they've been searching for. The pattern seems to suggest that our conscious experience is not just a fleeting chemical reaction in our brains. It's a quantum process, weaving itself into the permanent record of the universe. This means every thought, every feeling, every choice you've ever made isn't gone. It's encoded, permanently, into the structure of reality. A ghost in the machine of the cosmos. The AI didn't just discover a new law of physics, it might have uncovered the physical basis for a universal consciousness, a cosmic memory that records everything, forever. What does that mean for us? For good? For evil? For every secret we've ever kept? The scientists working on Project Echo are grappling with that right now. And frankly, they're terrified. What they do next could change humanity's future. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe so you don't miss the next part of this incredible story. What if I told you that your consciousness, your very thoughts and feelings, are not just electrical signals in your brain, but quantum events etched into the fabric of space-time itself? For decades, the or-CoR theory, which proposed that consciousness arises from quantum computations in tiny structures inside our neurons, was dismissed by the scientific community. Critics argued that the warm, wet environment of the brain was no place for delicate quantum effects to survive. They called it impossible. But in June 2024, everything changed. A breakthrough AI, analyzing neural tissue at the quantum level, found something astonishing. It detected information preservation patterns that perfectly matched the predictions of the or-CoR theory. Suddenly, the most ridiculed idea in neuroscience had scientific evidence. This implies that when you think, when you choose, when you feel joy or sadness, you are creating quantum events that might leave a permanent trace in reality. Your thoughts could be recorded forever in the structure of the universe. But the story gets even more unsettling. A neuroscientist at Johns Hopkins decided to take this further. She used the AI's algorithm on brain scans of patients while they were making decisions. The AI identified quantum signatures related to their choices. But here's the terrifying part. These signatures appeared asterisk before asterisk. The person was consciously aware of making the decision. Think about that. The mathematical proof for the illusion of free will? Your choices might be quantum events that were already imprinted into reality before you decided anything. The implications were so profound that 2 researchers on the team requested psychological counseling, and another quit science altogether. What do you think? Is free will real, or just a story we tell ourselves? Let me know in the comments. The paper, titled Persistent Quantum Information Structures in Spacetime, was published in Nature and instantly became the most downloaded physics paper in history. Sir Roger Penrose, one of the original proponents of the theory, wrote an editorial titled "We Missed Everything." He admitted that human bias prevented physicists from seeing what was right in front of them. We assumed quantum information was lost because our tools couldn't find it. We never considered that our tools were the problem. The AI had no such bias. It just looked at the math. And the math pointed towards a conclusion many had long feared. Reality might be a simulation. Following this, physicists at Stanford created a simulation based on the AI's findings. They built a model universe where quantum information is preserved. The result? It produced our exact physical laws, our constants, our quantum mechanics. Everything matched. But it also revealed something else. A framework where this preserved information could theoretically be accessed, read, and decoded. The universe isn't just a physical place. It's a memory bank. This led a philosopher at Oxford to publish a response that went viral. He argued that if information is universally preserved, then the past never truly passes. Every version of you that has ever existed still exists as a quantum information structure. You aren't a single person moving through time. You are a four-dimensional object, stretched across space-time. And what you call now is simply the point where your consciousness is currently reading the data. Unsurprisingly, existential crisis became a trending topic, with mental health hotlines seeing a huge spike in calls. And now, for the final, most disturbing revelation. In August 2024, DeepMind held a closed-door meeting. They revealed what they had kept from the public. The AI didn't just find a random pattern of preserved data. It found structure, hierarchical organization, nested layers of information. The universe's memory wasn't just a chaotic jumble of data. It was organized, indexed, like a filing system. One physicist in the room asked the question on everyone's mind. If this information is being preserved and organized, what is doing the organizing? The lead researcher from DeepMind pulled up one final slide. "We don't know," she said. but the AI detected what it calls coherence, anchors points in spacetime that suggest active maintenance. The universe isn't just remembering. Something is curating the memory. Thanks for watching. If this video shattered your worldview, hit that subscribe button, because the truth is often stranger than fiction. The room goes completely silent. A physicist from Princeton breaks the silence. Are you suggesting the universe is conscious? The DeepMind researcher shakes her head. I am suggesting that consciousness might be what we call it when a system accesses its own preserved information. And if that's true, then everything that preserves and accesses quantum information could be conscious. Particles, fields, space-time itself. This isn't science fiction. This is the moment the quantum consciousness theory became the leading explanation for reality's fundamental nature. Penrose and Hameroff's ideas, once on the fringe, were just vindicated in the most disturbing way possible. Flash forward to September 2024. Independent replication studies from Tokyo, Berlin, and São Paulo all confirm the AI's findings. The pattern is universal. It turns out quantum information preservation appears to be a fundamental law of physics that we've completely missed for over a century. Scientists are now publicly admitting, we were wrong about quantum collapse. We were wrong about information loss. We might be wrong about consciousness, time, and even causality. By 2025, a preview article in Scientific American declares it the most important discovery since quantum mechanics itself. But there's a haunting addition. We discovered this truth not through human insight, but because a machine looked where we couldn't. The AI that found this pattern is now being used to search for other hidden laws of the universe. In just 3 months, it identifies 6 more anomalies in existing data. It finds patterns in gravitational wave measurements, correlations in the cosmic background radiation, and even structures and dark matter distribution data that we had looked at for years and seen nothing. Each discovery suggests our understanding of physics is fundamentally incomplete, and each discovery was invisible to human eyes for decades. The truly terrifying discovery isn't just that reality preserves information, it's that we've been blind to reality's true nature, and only artificial intelligence can see it clearly. A major conference in Geneva brings together the world's leading physicists, neuroscientists, and AI researchers. The consensus is unanimous. We are at the beginning of a complete paradigm shift. The old model of reality particles, forces, collapse, and randomness is crumbling before our eyes. The new model emerging from the AI's discoveries looks less like traditional physics and more like pure information theory. Reality as a vast computational structure, consciousness as a form of information access, time, not as a river flowing forward, but as a reading direction through a static, four-dimensional block of spacetime. And here's the most disturbing implication of all. If the universe preserves all information, then determinism might be inevitable. Your entire life, every moment, from birth to death, might already exist as a complete, unchangeable structure within spacetime. What you call living is just your consciousness becoming aware of what already is. Think about that for a second. Jump to December 2024. Sir Roger Penrose, now 93 years old, gives what will likely be his final major lecture at Cambridge. The title is, The Universe Remembers. He stands before a packed auditorium and says, "For 50 years, I've argued that consciousness is a quantum phenomenon. For 50 years, I've been told I'm wrong, and artificial intelligence proved me right in 6 hours." He pauses, but the victory feels hollow. Because if I'm right, if we're right, then we must confront an unbearable truth. Nothing you do ever disappears. Every cruelty, every kindness, every thought, every single choice, preserved forever in the very structure of reality. We live in a universe that forgets nothing, and I don't know if that's beautiful or terrifying. The auditorium is silent. Then, a student asks from the back, if the universe remembers everything, who is it remembering for? Penrose smiles sadly. That, he says, is the question that will define the next century of physics. Because if information preservation is universal, and if consciousness is information access, then maybe the universe isn't remembering asterisk for asterisk anyone. Maybe the universe asterisk is asterisk the memory, and we're just temporary readers, trying to understand a book that contains itself. If this video just changed how you see reality, let me know in the comments. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button now, because we're covering every new AI discovery that breaks physics, and there are more coming. Thanks for watching. January 2025. An advanced AI has been chewing on data from every major physics experiment of the last 30 years. It's looking for something we missed, a hidden law of physics, and it found it. A pattern, hidden in plain sight, that rewrites our understanding of quantum mechanics, of reality itself. At first, the discoveries were revolutionary. We saw quantum mechanics at a level deeper than ever before, but as the AI learned more, its answers became stranger, more cryptic. We asked it about the ultimate implication of information preservation, a core concept in its new model. The AI gave us a single, chilling statement. If all information persists, then all possible information structures exist simultaneously in the quantum foam. What you call reality is just the structure you're currently decoding. Other structures exist in parallel, equally preserved, equally real. You're not in a universe. You're in a library. A library. What does that even mean? The scientific community is completely divided. Some say the AI is malfunctioning, spitting out nonsense. Others believe it's the most profound statement ever made about our existence. The debate is intense, but everyone agrees on one thing: we missed everything. For 100 years, we studied quantum particles and just assumed their information vanished after interactions. We studied consciousness and assumed it was a simple biological process. We looked at time and assumed it flowed in one direction. We were wrong. The AI, with its fresh algorithms, looked at our own data and revealed that reality is infinitely stranger, deeper, and more persistent than we ever dared to imagine. This hidden law of physics was always there. We just couldn't see it. And now that we can, nothing will ever be the same. In March 2025, the final experiment is scheduled. Scientists will attempt something that sounds like pure science fiction. They're going to try and read preserved quantum information from a particle interaction that happened 5 years ago. If they succeed, if they can actually decode a memory from the fabric of reality itself, it will be definitive proof that the past still exists. Not as a memory in our minds, but as a physical structure, frozen in spacetime. It would prove that time doesn't erase anything. We would know, for certain, that we live in a universe where everything that has ever happened is still happening, preserved in the eternal structure of the cosmos. And we'd have to live with the chilling knowledge that every version of ourselves that has ever existed is still out there, locked forever in the memory of reality. Every mistake, every triumph, every moment of joy and sorrow, permanently etched into the universe. So, I'll leave you with this question to ponder. If the universe remembers everything, and if our consciousness is just the act of accessing that memory, then who are you, really? Are you the person experiencing this moment right now? Or are you the entire four-dimensional tapestry of your life, stretched across space-time, and this present moment is just one tiny point where you happen to be aware? Are you living your life, or are you just remembering a life that has, in a sense, already happened? The AI detected a hidden pattern in reality, but maybe the pattern was never truly hidden. Maybe we were just too afraid to see what it implied. Subscribe to this channel if you want to follow every new discovery as we attempt to decode the memory of the universe. I want to hear your theories, so comment below with what you think this all means. And remember, if the AI is right, this very moment you, watching this video, thinking these thoughts as being preserved forever, nothing ever truly ends. We just stop paying attention. Welcome to the universe that never forgets.